Yo, guys, welcome to another traditional art. Alright, well that was a top-notch intro. Welcome to another installment of Digital Artist Tries to Do Traditional Art. So, what are we gonna be creating today, you ask? Today's vid is all about our beloved original OC called Cinnamon, our boy. The last two episodes of the traditional art series have been something. I've attempted to do good looking stuff. In the first one I failed horrendously. In the second episode there was an improvement, but it was still very subpar. So today I'm gonna try to do it properly, because switching up your medium from time to time will only do good for you as an artist. There will be some character development today for Cinnamon. We will be exploring him as a top-notch original OC character. So what we need to do for that is figure out what his traits are, his special traits and stuff, and just base everything off of that. We already know that Cinnamon loves Adidas clothing. He loves to sit on top of cool armchairs. But what next? Cinnamon has been kind of randomly generated by all types of generators and prompts on the World Wide Web. So let's keep that up, actually. Let's try to find some more character traits. Character personality generator. Personality description generator. Oh, the positive or negative description? Of course, positive. Who gives a crap about negative vibes? It's hard to describe a complex person like Cinnamon, but two things you'll never forget are that he's sociable and understanding. Of course, he's also reliable, perceptive, and honorable, but they're far less prominent, especially compared to impulses of being criminal as well. Oh crap, dude. Cinnamon is dangerous. Well, this is quite a detailed description. Now, what we need to do is interpret this all into our drawing. So what did we take away from this? Personality sheet. God damn it, these gloves are really making my drawing abilities drop by a good 30%, but I'm doing it for the meme. Actually, I'm doing it to avoid hands comments. There was not enough room for the G, so he's understanding, reliable, and honorable. I wanted a positive description, but he has tendencies to do criminal activities. Okay, my hands are starting to sweat. Wow, Challa hands, lol hands. Check out them daddy Challa hands, anyway, these are far less prominent character traits than impulses of being criminal. This part here is not strong. This, however, is very strong. Maybe we should do Cinnamon performing some sort of criminal activity. He could be stealing another chair for himself. That could be a cool idea for a pick. Cinnamon is now a criminal. Even though I asked for positive things, I got negative vibes. Negative vibes are an unavoidable part of life sometimes. You just gotta deal with them, so we're gonna do that right now.
Yeah, boy is using his social skills to acquire a new sick armchair from a furniture store.
This is the plot of today's illustration. Yeah, now we gotta come up with a layout for the scene. So let's do sort of a thumbnail here. He's very understanding. He's talking to the customer service representative in the furniture store. He says that he's very poor and he desperately needs this armchair. He's just gonna borrow it and he's gonna bring it back or something. Yeah, so our subject matter, Cinnamon, shall be somewhere around here, dragging an armchair. Here's the price tag. This costs $5,000. I think this is too small. You can't even see this on camera because I've got a crappy camera, but at least I've got decent lighting, so it makes up for it most of the time. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let's do a new thumbnail. Maybe let's do a close-up shot of some sort. The character that's not important, the customer service character, will be here in the foreground, facing towards Cinnamon, and between them is an armchair. Cinnamon will just be standing there. His arms will be on top of the chair like this, and he's secretly dragging it away while talking to this person over here. I need some sort of reference furniture store. That's very cool. Some lamps on the ceiling or something. And there's just going to be the entrance behind him. Maybe he shouldn't be so far away from the entrance. Maybe we should bring it closer to him so that it would seem like he's just about to drag the thing outside because he's so close to the entrance of the store. Actually, you know what? Let's try to do it on the big page. Our foreground is going to be this goddamn character that's just going to be viewed from the back. This character is using some sort of body language to understand that he's communicating with Cinnamon. His arm is raised and is doing some sort of something. Yeah, very cool. I need some sort of cool armchair reference now. Nice armchair. Oh damn, that's pretty cool. Cinnamon. Oh god. Now this is something Cinnamon would love, but it doesn't fit into the scene very well because it's so short. These are very cool. These are like thrones. Cinnamon would love a throne also. This fits perfectly. This is the perfect height. Alright, so let's just try to mark down the placement of it. So it's at a slight angle like this because it's being dragged away from here. Cinnamon's hands are better looking than Challa hands. There's quite a bit of space left on this side, so I'm gonna have to fill that up with the door. He's gotta be a bit lower than this character to show that this character is on the foreground and appears a tiny bit bigger. Anyway, I feel like this composition would have worked better if I worked in landscape mode, if I were to flip this way. I already started this like that, so I'm just gonna have to fill this upper area up with something that would make this scene better in some way. So yeah. Alright, cool. So here's the entrance. There's going to be the automatically opening doors. They're just opening up for Cinnamon. They're halfway open and you can see a parking lot or something so that you know that it's a store. The ceiling shouldn't start over here. However, I can't find my goddamn eraser anywhere. I found a little tiny teeny weeny eraser, but it'll do the job. Alright, so I'm gonna do a bit of testing here. If this is the whole door and Cinnamon is standing in front here like this, then the ceiling would be here, not over here. There is a bunch of shit on the walls though that extends upwards like this that I referenced from the furniture store here. And our scene cuts off somewhere around here. This area is what we are seeing. There's some plants visible. Some nice plants that are outside. What kind of a plant is that? I don't know. Maybe some over here as well. There's the final exit point of the furniture store. I don't even know if this is understandable at all. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all for the placement of things. I'm gonna try to add some detail to these characters now. Of course, we need to look out the cool Adidas outfit for Cinnamon, because that's his favorite fashion. Adidas outfits for women. Very nice. Maybe he could be wearing something like this. Adios. That's cool. This is what Cinnamon will be rocking. He will also wear this hat, because that will match with his criminal personality. So let's add that in. He needs to be talking. His mouth needs to be moving. Just saying something, but he's also smiling slightly at the same time, because he's very charming. As the thing said, he is understanding, is showing that he's really understanding what this person is going through here. He's pretending to care while he takes the armchair away. There is a little bit of a shadow left on his face by the hat. This character shall be wearing some sort of uniform, a work uniform, just some sort of simple, I don't know, shirt with a collar, of course short-sleeved. Let's do the goddamn backwards haircut of this guy. He shall be rocking a classy, suitable for a job haircut. It's short and it goes to the back of his head like this. And this is all short. Now it is time to work on the chair a bit. The most important part of the drawing. Very nice. Dots all over the place. What I usually do is I don't detail my sketches at all. I just start painting on top of them and add all the details in and just painting stage. I don't know if this will translate very well to working with markers because I have markers, but we'll see. I'm gonna do a tiny bit more detailing here, however. I'm gonna do a couple of cars parking outside. I have no clue how to draw cars. Maybe some silhouettes of buildings to show that it's a big old city. Cinnamon is a resident of a big city. Cities are the main source of cool chairs and people to steal them from, of course. We better get to the line work, even though there isn't a very refined sketch to do lines over. Instead of doing inking right now, maybe I should do the colors before the inking. Hey, that's a cool idea. This armchair shall be golden. Yeah, I'm just going in just like that. I don't even give a crap. I'm just going in with color right off the bat. No thinking required, just do it. Finna try to mix together all sorts of shades of yellow here. This is actually a very nice color for this armchair. I think I want to go for some sort of, I don't know, cool artsy style. That's what I'm gonna try to do later with the inking. Only because if I do some sort of interesting style, I can get away with not detailing everything, I hope. Gotta mix in a bit of purple. This throne had a bunch of holes in it, but that's what made it unique. Correct Express to the rescue. Now I'm gonna add in these spots here in these places of the chair. This has to be an eye-grabbing chair, and it's doing it quite well. The art of being eye-grabbing, I mean. Your ass shall be colored with dusky rose. Very nice selection of colors by me. Does this trigger you? Do you not like that I go over the edges so carelessly? That's too bad, because I'm gonna continue doing it. If you want to be artistic, you gotta be confident in your strokes, or you will seem like a pussy. I didn't want to make him a ginger, but he's a ginger now. Actually, I'm just gonna go over it with some other color. Walnut. So yeah. Oh god, that's way too red. Just gotta burn in some shadows. Nice. Time for Cinnamon to show off his skin disease. Also some of his skin showing here because he was wearing a crop top Adidas thing. We're gonna use some petrol blue here. Why am I doing this, you ask? This will be the highlight color because there will be some of that blue daylight coming from behind him. This will be the highlight color and the rest will be black. Alright, now my ass shall go over it with something darker. Cool. Not noticeable enough. I actually stopped giving a crap about how the picture will look, so that's freed me. I stopped caring about it looking good, so I'm just doing whatever I feel like doing. I'm just trying to treat these markers as if they were brushes or something. There's gonna be an Adidas logo on the hoodie here, but I'll do that later with Correct Express. Alright, so the uniform of this guy shall be somewhat light. I wanted to contrast with Cinnamon's outfit somehow. Hey, that's actually a perfect color. So I'm just gonna fill this in real quick. Top-notch fashion. This is kind of ugly, I'll admit it, but who cares? I don't care. He's an ugly person, so it suits him. He lets the store's chair just be dragged away just like that, so he deserves to be ugly. Now the BG, the background. Just doing multiple layers of it in hopes of that it will be darker than the lower parts when it dries. This midnight blue shall be used for the damn silhouettes of the buildings. I want to do the inside walls of this scene here. I want them to be sort of light yellowish. God damn it, this marker is nearly empty, but maybe we can utilize that to... Nah, dude, this barely leaves any sort of mark here. Oh, that's cool. That's a lot better. Is this satisfying to watch? I don't think it is. How am I gonna go about this ceiling part? I'm gonna go in with a bit of that blue first, and then I'll try to overlay it with some gray and see if it will work out. If not, well, then I'm screwed because I already put the blue down. Just coloring it while also trying to follow the vanishing point to create a sort of a texture here. I think this is overall a bit too light. Still, it blends in with the sky a bit too much. That's gonna have to be dealt with. I'm actually liking the texture these half-empty markers are creating. I want to sample this texture and use it in a brush in Photoshop. Maybe I'll try to do that later. Well, this is looking interesting, I'll tell you that. I'm gonna try to use some sort of green that has a bit of blue in it to color the plants so that it would blend into the blue ambient light or something. This one here is a tiny bit closer than this one, so let's put a bit of real green into here. Well, I really just want to cut this part out from here with scissors or something, because this doesn't add anything at all to the picture. This could have been avoided by placing the objects everywhere smarter, but it's too late for that now. Well, this is certainly something. This picture is just a mess, but who cares? I sure as hell don't care about what it looks like. It's all about the hidden message and the personality of Cinnamon. It's all about that. I found something interesting. This is some sort of legit paint. This is for painting on fabrics or something. It's very thick. It creates a whole new layer, which takes a whole lot of time to dry. So I can't close the sketchbook now because my stupid ass just put it right here. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna use something large like this for the outlines, because that will create this artistic look. So yeah, let's try it out. And after I'm done with that, I'll go in with my good old buddy Correct Express. God, I already got it on my hand here. I'm gonna be very rough with the lines. Gonna try to do sort of quick strokes. I actually like the way this looked without the outlines. This had this sort of watercolory effect, but I'll try to make it work with the outlines as well. I think the outlines can add an extra level of spice to this. Maybe I'll do some shadows with the black itself like this. That can create a cool look, I guess. Alrighty boys, it's time for Correct Express. There it is. Now, where shall I put this first? We want to imply that there's a sort of a glass frame here. A good old trick is just putting some random ass highlights all over it. Let's get that logo over here, this copyrighted logo. Well, this fucked everything up. We can still recover it with some magic. I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry though. Okay, it's kind of dry now, I think. Just gonna go over it with that same color to make it a bit more bearable. I don't know what else I could do with this. I'm gonna just give things a bit more form, I guess. I'll just try to lighten the areas that are facing the top a bit. Well, this has been an experience. I'm sort of done here. I don't think there is anything I can do to fix this anymore. Technique-wise, there was nothing new in this episode, but I did at least come up with some sort of scene, even though it's stupid AF. But it is a scene. There is a bit of storytelling going on. We can utilize this empty space. Alright, it will be like, thank you, come again. Thanks for the session of view. Hope you enjoyed this weird ass video. It was probably different from what y'all was expecting, but it was actually different from what I was expecting myself as well. So, I mean, everybody's surprised. I hope this camera angle wasn't too weird. Oh, thanks for the viewing session, guys.